Hey, it's Dr. Carlo Biasucci. Welcome to this week's episode. I want to talk to you today about what you bring into your office. So what do you bring with you every day? Here's a great exercise to do with your team. I would do this week. Have everyone pull out a piece of paper and a pen. This can easily be done at your morning huddle, by the way. And on that piece of paper, first thing in the morning, write down in chronological order from the moment you got out of bed to the moment you showed up to the office, all the things that played out in your mind, all the things you thought about, whatever you can remember, and have them do that. Then have them share it, whatever they're comfortable with sharing. And I guarantee you this is what's going to happen. You're going to have this long laundry list of things that's like, I was late for work, I forgot my coffee, I have to remember to pick up the kids early tonight, I need to get groceries on the way home, my spouse is still being a jerk, so on and so on. And you're not going to find on that list, very, very rarely will you find on that list anything about today's, plan for the office. What am I going to do today with patients? What's my patient experience going to be? How am I going to deliver the best service? People aren't coming in with that. That's not even crossing their mind. So one of the things that I want you to start paying attention to, primarily, and you should do this too, when you do that exercise with your team, you do it too. One thing to really pay attention to is to be conscious of your energy levels. Be conscious of your own personal energy. And in doing so, throughout the day, you're going to notice some interesting things. So what does it feel like when you walk in the door? When you walk in, when you blow in the door, do you have your coffee in hand and head down and kind of tired and dragging? Or do you walk in with energy and enthusiasm and ready to bring your team up? So there's a couple of things that I've been doing for a while now that I find extremely helpful and valuable, and I know there's an impact on my team. I've implemented energy triggers, and I use these at various places in the office. So what I mean by energy triggers are the moment I'm going to walk into an operatory, and stuff happens during the day, right? I mean, in practice, we are people, emotions, come around occasionally. You can be, getting behind, and the next patient is early, and then you're stacked, and then there's a problem, and somebody's complained, and a staff member stopped you in the hallway with a not so great news. I mean, all these things can sort of happen throughout the course of a day, and it will wear on you a little. I mean, you're human, right? So if you start to show that tension on your face and you breeze into the next room with that on your face, your patient is going to sense that immediately, and it's going to start the appointment in a way that is a little off. And that little off is not how you want to start an appointment. It's not how you want to do anything when the patient's primary thing that they're going to remember is their feeling in your care in the office. They're not going to remember much of what you say. They only remember 7% of what you say, but they remember 100% of how they feel in your practice. So you think about that one. That to me is I've got that written on my wall. So when you walk into an operatory, what I do, I stop at the door, I take a deep breath, I reset my shoulders, I put my smile on, I make sure my smile still works. I do this. My team members see it, they laugh, they think it's funny, but I've taught them to do it too. Now I see them doing it, and I can tell you what a difference it makes. Here's what happens, two amazing things. You walk in that room with a smile, your team member who's looking at you will start smiling. Then what happens? The patient who's looking at them also starts smiling. You walk into the room, everybody's smiling. Now, what footing are you starting that appointment on? How different is it to start an appointment when everybody's smiling and happy, right? You continue on a positive note, everybody has a great experience. It's very simple. But you have to manage your own energy. You have to be responsible for that. But setting up triggers like that door frame of the operatory that just cue you to think, okay, level up my energy right now, I need to get in the game. It's huge because you won't remember to do that otherwise. The other place I do that is at my office door, back door of the building. Before I walk in, I do that. I make sure I'm ready. Because I want to see people coming and going, breezing by me as I walk in the door. And the last thing I want them to think is, oh, looks like he's in a bad mood today. No. Stop. Put that smile on. Get in there. And remember, you are energetic. You are there to drive the team. Next place we do that is the morning huddle. If you roll into your morning huddle with your coffee in hand, kind of half asleep, that sets the tone for everybody's energy. If you walk into your huddle, for me, when I get into that huddle, as soon as I step into the huddle, I'm on. I am engaged, ready, and I'm putting energy into my team. So your role as a leader is to manage energy, not manage people. Managing people that's the wrong game. If you have a practice that is driven by systems and processes, and people run the systems and processes, all you need to worry about is managing energy levels. And particularly focusing on the energy levels of your top performers. If you can do that, if you can keep everybody on a high as much as possible throughout the day, your performance of your team will literally skyrocket. There is nothing else that has more impact than keeping everyone's energy up. And I can tell you, it's not pay, it's not incentives, bonuses, none of that stuff. The key thing is managing energy. So I hope you found that useful. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Have a great week.